Geometry Spring 2017 Semester Exam Review. Let's go over these questions together. Question 1 says, which angles are corresponding angles? In this picture, the answers are 3 and 11. 3 and 11, so that's answer A. Adjacent, supplementary, or a couple of words we'd use to describe 8 and 3. They are adjacent, they are supplementary. 7 and 3 are vertical, but the ones that are corresponding are 3 and 11. Question 2, the diagram of an airport runway intersections shows two parallel runways. A taxiway crosses both the runways. How are angles 5 and 4 related? They are alternate interior angles. The answer to that one is A. Answer choice B says same side interior. That's a description for 6 and 4, and corresponding would be a description for 6 and 2. Question 3. Question 3 asks us to graph 1/4 x plus 1. The first thing you want to do is look for y-intercept of 1. We eliminate this answer choice because the y-intercept is at -1. We have a y-intercept of 1 here, here, and here. So the second thing we do is we check the slope. It has a slope of positive 1/4. C moves up 1 and over 4. D moves up 1 and over 4. B moves down 1 and over 4. B is wrong because it has a negative slope. This is one of those questions where you have two answers. Happens sometimes in geometry. And the answers are C and D. Question 4. Question 4 asks us to graph, and the first thing we have to do before we graph is we have to make this a y equals. So we're going to start by adding 7x to each side. It's going to give me negative 8y equals 7x plus 56. Divide by negative 8. So y equals negative 7/8 x minus 7. So I'm going to start by checking for the y-intercept of -7. This one has a y-intercept of -7. This one does not, so automatically eliminated it. B has a y-intercept of -7. D does not, so I've eliminated it. Answer A has a negative slope. Answer B has a positive slope. The equation I'm working on has a negative slope, so that means it's answer choice A, and it does fall 7 and go over 8. It does go down 7 and over 8 for a slope of -7/8. Question 5, write an equation in point-slope form through this point with this slope. Point-slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And we have here y minus 7 equals 6 times x minus 10. Number 6, write an equation in point-slope form and given these points. So the first thing we're going to have to do on number 6 is we're going to have to find the slope. And I've worked that one out for us right here. And we're going to have 5, -3, 4, 5, and we're going to have to apply the slope formula, which is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So we have 5 minus -3 over 4 minus 5, which gives me 8 over -1. So I found slope. I'm going to use that with this point in my equation. It says y minus -3 equals -8 times x minus 5. And when I simplify that, this is my answer. And for number 6, that is answer choice, not B, I marked the wrong thing. It's answer choice D because it has a negative slope. That's answer choice D because it has a negative slope. Number 7, write an equation in slope-intercept that goes through these 2 points. So the first thing you have to do is use your slope formula with these points to find that we have a slope of 13 over 12. You plug that in along with the points We get y minus negative 7 equals 13 over 12 times x minus negative 5. Add, this says y plus 7, changes to add, equals 13 over 12 times x plus 5. Distribute, y plus 7 equals 13 over 12x plus 65 over 12. Subtract 7 from both sides. When 7 is written as a fraction with a denominator of 12, it's 84. So it's kind of like subtracting 84 over 12, which gives me negative 19 over 12. And that would be answer choice A. Okay, let's see what's next. Number 8. Is the line through these 2 points parallel to the line through these 2 points? So you're going to have to find the slope of the first two and find the slope of the second two and then compare. So I plug this into my slope formula and I get negative 7 over 16. I plug this into the slope formula and I get 6 over negative 1. These are the things I'm comparing, and no, they are not equal. So my answer choice here is no, they have unequal slopes, because parallel lines are supposed to have the very same slope. Question 9 asks me if the lines are perpendicular, if the line containing PQ is perpendicular to the line containing RS. I have to find the slopes. Perpendicular slopes are supposed to be opposite reciprocals, so I have to find the slopes to see. And the slope here would be 5 over negative 6, and the slope here is going to be 8 over negative 6, and the answer is A. No, they're not opposite reciprocals. Number 10, write an equation for a line that is perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 6 that contains the point 5, 1. So the slope is negative 1/2. My perpendicular slope, my original slope is 2. My perpendicular slope is negative 1/2. So y minus 1 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 5. And that is answer choice D. Okay, 11, based on the pattern, what are the next two numbers in the sequence? And that would be 22 and 17. Number 12 says, what is the intersection of plane STW and TUYX? The answer to number 12 is the line TX. Number 13. EF is 3x minus 9, and FG is 4x minus 12. And altogether, the line segment is 28. So what we need to do on that problem is we need to add 3x minus 9 plus 4x minus 12 equals 28. This is number 13. So we have 7x minus 21 equals 28. Add 21. 7x is equal to 49. Divide by 7. X is equal to 7. Then it asks you to find EF, so you plug that in. 3 times 7 minus 9, and that answer is 12. And then it asks you to find FG, which is 16. Okay. 14 says T is the midpoint of SU, so that means that 7x is equal to 3x plus 16. Subtract the 3x from each side. 4x is equal to 16. Divide by 4. X is 4. So I found the value of x. Now the value of ST, 7 times 4, which is 28. Question 15 asks you to find the midpoint of line segment AE, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spaces, so I need to count 7 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C is my midpoint. Number 16. If the measure of BOC, that's this angle that's colored in green, is 28, and the measure of AOC, that's the large angle, is 59, what's the measure of AOB? So that's just subtraction there, and we get 31 degrees. Find the coordinates of the midpoint for a line who has endpoints at 3, 11, and 7, 5. So 17 says 3, 11, 7, 5, and we're finding the midpoint. The midpoint formula is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. You're really just finding the averages of your x values. So we'll plug our values in. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and I get 3 plus 7 over 2, and 11 plus 5 over 2. 10 over 2 is 5. 16 over 2 is 8, so my answer for 17 is 5/8. Number 18 says we have segment R, S, and M is the midpoint. It's located at 8, 9. S is located at 10, 10. You're looking for R's coordinates. Well, we're applying that same formula that we used just a minute ago. X plus 10 divided by 2 is going to give you 8, and y plus 10 divided by 2 is going to give you 9. So you just work backwards. Solving this equation, if you multiply both sides by 2, you get x plus 10 is 18, so x is 8. 16, I'm looking ahead, 16, x is 6. This is where you have y equals 18, and y is 8. So my answer here is 6, 8. Number 19, find the circumference. The formula for circumference is C equals 2 times pi times r. They want you to leave it in terms of pi. So that's 2 times pi times 42, which is 84 pi inches. And number 20, find the perimeter of triangle ABC. A is located at -5, -4. B is located at -1, -4. C is located at -5, -1. The distance from A to B is the distance from 5 to -1, which is 4. The distance from A to C is the distance from -4 to -1, which is 3. To find the distance of the third side, you can either use the Pythagorean theorem or you could use the distance formula. I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 3 squared is c squared. So 16 plus 9 is c squared. 25 is c squared. I want to find c, so I'm going to take the square root. C is 5. Now the question asks me to find the perimeter. So I need to add together 5 plus 3 plus 4, and I get a perimeter of 12. Perimeter is 12. Question 21 says find the area of the circle. Area is equal to pi times radius squared. Radius in this circle is 24. So that is pi times 24 squared. Which is 576. So it's 576 pi inches squared. Okay, this concludes the first 21 questions. I'm going to do a second video for the next half of the study guide. Be sure and watch both of these, and good luck on your final.